Chris, what is our second main topic today?
Our second topic comes from Julian. Hey, crew. So the Critics' Choice Awards were last night, and I was thrilled to see my favorite film of the year, Everything Everywhere All at Once, score big with Best Director, Best Screenplay, Best Editing, Best Supporting Actor, and last but certainly not least, Best Picture. I'd love to hear your thoughts on the ceremony and what you think of the results. Thanks.
All right, Julian, thanks a lot for sending that in. And as I said off the top of the show, while I believe the overall quality of the Critics' Choice has declined over the years, I still think it's the second most legit awards thing of the year overall. Again, specifically for directors, that's DGA. Specifically for actors, that's SAG. But overall, in general, I think you got the Academy Awards, and to me, second is Critics' Choice. And I will tell you what, while I have not been super big on the Broadcast Film Critics Association for a couple of years, I gotta say, I'm very surprised by a lot of the results, but very pleasantly surprised. So I think they nailed a lot of things. And I liked, again, you mentioned Everything Everywhere All at Once. So let's go over to my screen there. Everything Everywhere All at Once took home, it was on the movie side, it was the big winner.
Yeah.
Best Picture, Best Director, Best Screenplay, Best Supporting Actor, all that kind of stuff. By the way, a couple of keynotes. What started as a cute story in movies this year of, why am I freezing on Short Round's name?
Q1.
Yes. While it was started off, while Kwan's story was a cute story this year, and everybody say, hey, you know what? He was really good in that. He should be considered. Guess what? He's the Oscar favorite now. Like, he is straight up the Oscar favorite now because he's won several of the award season things, including the Golden Globe, but now he's taking home the Critics' Choice Award as well. I think he's got to be considered the front runner going into the Oscars this season. And what a great story. What a great story. But yeah, Everything Everywhere All at Once, which ended up for most of 2022 was my favorite film of the year. It ended up as my number 2, but I love this film. I am so happy to see it getting the attention that it got. And by the way, the big winner on the TV side was Better Call Saul, which I know a lot of people are very, very happy about because it ended up winning Best Drama Series, Best Lead Actor for Bob Odenkirk, and Best Supporting Actor for Giancarlo Esposito. So it was kind of the big winner on the TV side. We'll go through just some of the things here. Best Actress, no surprise, Cate Blanchett for Tar. I think we all pretty much, if any category is a lock at the Oscars this year, that's it. Like, if we had to pick one category that the Oscars coming out that we think is a lock, Cate Blanchett is winning for Tar. I mean, I think that's it. Best Actor. Hey, Brendan Fraser took one. He hasn't been getting a lot of love at the award season stuff so far, but he did take it. I don't think he's going to win the Oscar, but it's good to see him get that acknowledgement. Best Director, again, for Everything Everywhere All at Once, which is so good. Who cares? Best Limited Series, Best Drama Series. We got Better Call Saul. Best Actress in a Drama, Zendaya. I mean, this Euphoria has just been really, really good for her and her for it. Again, Best Actor in a Drama Series, Bob Odenkirk. And not one of the more important categories, but it made my heart happy to see that the Al Yankovic story won for Best Movie Made for Television this year, which I'm so thrilled for.
But it deserved it.
It should have won, yeah.
It absolutely deserved it.
I mean, we have raved. I mean, I raved about it from the beginning. You saw it, then you're like, oh my God. It's like, and everybody who finally catches up going, oh, they weren't kidding. This is really good. Weird. If you guys have not seen Weird, the Al Yankovic story, watch it. It's fantastic. You know what else is great in that? Rainn Wilson. As Dr. Demento. He's so good in that. Let's see. We go down to Best Animated Series. Also made my heart very happy. Harley Quinn, which Velma was just desperately trying to be in all the wrong ways, unfortunately. We go to, let's see, Best Visual Effects. No big surprise here. It was Avatar: The Way of Water. Best Comedy Series. This will make my wife happy. She loves this show. Abbott Elementary.
It's wonderful.
It's great.
By the way, we went to the Laker game last night, and we went with another couple who were friends of ours. They both happened to be in the school system. And they were like, it's actually uncomfortable how accurate that show is. I'm like, okay, good to know. Anyway, Best Animated Feature went to Pinocchio, which I still think it should be turning red, but whatever. Best actor in a limited series or movie made for television, Daniel Radcliffe playing Weird Al Yankovic. Good to see Daniel Radcliffe getting some love. The second most biggest lock for the Oscars this year is going to be Angela Bassett to win Best Supporting Actress. She also took home the Critics' Choice Award. Again, we already talked about this. Ki-Hugh Kwan won for Everything Ever All at Once. He's got to be considered the front runner now going into the Oscars. Henry Winkler won for Best Supporting Actor.
Hey.
Yeah, won for Best Supporting Actor in Barry. He's so good in that show. And yeah, just a bunch of other stuff that we talked about here. Anyway, we want to thank a sponsor of this video, MasterClass. MasterClass offers classes on a wide variety of topics, all taught by world-class instructors at the very top of their fields. Each class is broken out into individual video lessons, usually around 10 minutes long. And MasterClass is completely accessible on your phone, the web, smart TV, and available via audio mode to listen to classes on the go. They have over 2,500 video lessons from over 180 of today's most brilliant minds. They're all available anytime, anywhere on iOS, Android, desktop, Apple TV, Amazon Fire TV, and Roku. Now, obviously around here on the John Campea Show, we love our movies, so why not learn filmmaking from Jodie Foster, or maybe directing from Ron Howard himself, or the great Neil Gaiman doing his masterclass on the art of storytelling. And you guys have heard me talk about my favorite masterclass, Business Strategy and Leadership by Big Papa Iger himself, Bob Iger, the new and returning CEO of Disney. Guys, I highly recommend that you check it out. This holiday, give the perfect gift of an annual Masterclass membership and get one free. Go to masterclass.com/Campea today. That's masterclass.com/Campea. Terms apply. Rob, we talked about the ridiculousness of some of their presentations already.
Yes.
But what did you think about the actual results of the Critics' Choice, and which of them stand out to you?
I thought they were all pretty fair and just and correct. That's one of the things. Look, the Critics' Choice Awards, the pedigree there, they're supposed to be critics, so they are supposed to recognize greatness, not weirdness or whatever. I thought it was all pretty well deserved. Of course, Ruth Carter won for costumes again.
Yep.
I would be remiss
of course, for Black Panther, Wakanda
for Black
Forever.
Panther, and you can hear her on the Designing Hollywood podcast.
Yeah, right here on the go down into the playlist right now. We've got it there under the Designing Hollywood. Rob interviews. Her was a great, hour-long interview. Yep. Go check it out.
And she's great, but I think everybody, Giancarlo Esposito getting that win for supporting actor was great because, at the Emmys, Better Call Saul did not get the kind of love that I thought it deserved to get. Mm-hmm. And it was nice to see the show because, again, I guess people are just between Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul, the excellence in a decade's worth of plus of programming, everyone knows. But you know what? These shows, I think these awards were all well. Look, the fact that Daniel Radcliffe won proves, and the fact that Weird was recognized, for the Roku channel, that truly deserved to win. Just like the thing about Everything Everywhere All at Once is how creative that movie actually is. It's something new that people haven't seen before. And I think the Critics' Choice Awards recognize that. I think a lot of people, I don't know if the Emmys would recognize Weird.
Nope.
But they did, and it was well-deserved. I thought all these awards were great, this is awesome.
Chris, what did you think about the overall awards that were given, and were there any that kind of stuck out to you, or were there any takeaways for you out of them?
Honestly, Weird getting some wins in here is the big story to me, just because, to your point, Rob, I think it really shows that something we talk about so much on this show, medium, genre, these are not the things that make a good performance. The actual performance does, right? The quality of the writing, the quality of the directing, the execution of all of this. That's where all the greatness lies, not whether or not it's your typical quote unquote hard to watch award season show, right? Or award season film. I love how this also speaks to just the subjectivity of performance as well. Seeing Brandon Fraser get all these awards, seeing different people get, top marks for comedy and things too. Because comedy is another iffy thing at the Emmys now as well, where that comedy category, it's not straight traditional comedy like it used to be back in the day, right? I don't know if a show like Cheers would be sweeping the way that, some of these other shows do now, because now your comedy also has to have a lot of heartbreak and a lot of really dramatic scenes, and you balance that, which I think is great in terms of storytelling. It's lovely to see everyone have those lovely emotional journeys. but it does make the categories much more competitive, where you could be doing something pretty slapsticky and very traditional comedy, but you're competing with somebody talking about, you know, a great familial loss or something that happens to happen on their more comedic show. So I love that we're seeing in this some true weird, not to beat it to death, but some weird performances and some weird stuff wins, because it's equally fun and good and there's worth to it.
By the way, we did this for the Golden Globes, so I think it's important to highlight it again here. With Abbott Elementary, this is the first traditional network show in like a decade that has been winning these awards. It's all been streamers. Now, you could make the argument for Schitt's Creek, because while in the US it was on streamers, it's originating in Canada, which it was a CBC show, but still for most people around the world, it was a streaming show. But Abbott Elementary is like, for over a decade, the best comedy series and all that, it's always been the streamers. It's been the streaming show.
Yep.
This is the first network show in a long time that's been getting this kind of love. By the way, one other thing I want to point out here is that there, to me, in all of these awards, there is one name that is, to me, horribly missing. And somebody needs to explain to me why this guy is not getting mentioned more in these awards here. And Jonathan, if you got my screen here, where is Stellan Skarsgård for Andor?
Yeah.
No, like, seriously. And I know I'm an Andor fanboy. I know, but come on. I'm not saying he should have walked away with a winner, but where's Stellan Skarsgård for Andor? That is, you cannot tell me that is not one of the best performances of the year, playing that character. His speech alone of, I burn my life to create a sunrise that I know I'll never see. I mean, come on.
Where is Matthew Good as Bob Evans from The Offer?
The Offer, right?
I mean, I would say that those two, you know, I understand that a lot of people, both The Offer and Andor are, in a way, even though it's Star Wars, kind of niche for this Academy, because again, I don't know, but you're right. They were not even, maybe next year, John. Maybe next year. I don't know what the dates. How do you qualify? But man, the fact that no one has talked about Matthew Good's performance as Bob Evans blows my mind.
Bubby
Blows my mind.
Yeah, he was so good.
He was incredible.
You know what's really good? Was it Josh Gad who played? No, not Josh Gad. Who played?
Coppola.
Who played Coppola? He was from Fanboys.
Yeah.
Why am I freezing on the dude from Fanboys? Guys in the live chat, help us out. What was the guy who played who was in Fanboys? He was
great too,
and he played Coppola in The Offer. Dan Fogler.
Oh yeah.
Thank you guys. Spencer Knight in the live chat was the first one to throw that in there. He was also great in that. Anyway. Guys, question is for you. Listen, I've lost some of the luster of the Critics' Choice Awards for the last couple of years. I still think they're the second most prominent, but I think they, other than presenting two awards at the same time, I think they had a really good list of winners here. If I thought a couple are missing. But anyway, what did you guys think about the overall winner list? How do you think that might shape the upcoming Oscar nominations? Whatever you guys think, jump down into the comment section below and let us know your thoughts.